Hello and welcome to the Vital Blend. My name is Anthony Vita. So great that you could be here for today's episode. I want to introduce you to Dr. Aajay Shah, who over 40 years ago became a board certified cardiologist. But as you'll learn, he's not just any cardiologist. You see, about 4 years ago, he discovered that his own health was failing him. And this is also when he discovered the healing potential of a whole food, plant-based diet and lifestyle. Now, Dr. Shah ended up reversing his own disease. He reclaimed his health. He became a shining example to his very own patients and now helps them do the very same. You see, Dr. Shah believes that education is key, but not just any education. He shows his patients the true value in prescribing diet and lifestyle ahead of pills and procedures. In other words, Dr. Shah is a role model, not only to his own patients, but also to every single doctor out there who wants their patients to overcome chronic lifestyle diseases. So right now, let's meet Dr. Aajay Shah. Hello, Dr. Shah. It is so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by the Vital Blend.
Thank you.
There's so much that I want to talk to you about, but one of the things that I want to get out of the way is how many hours, when you were starting to become a doctor, how many hours did they give you talking about diet and nutrition?
I went to medical school 41 years ago, and during the medical school, it was less than 10 hours of education of nutrition in 5 years, less than 10 hours. So it was like 2 hours a year, if not less. And then I went into residency for 3 years, and it was also less than 10 hours. And then I went into cardiology fellowship at a reputable place in Boston. And even during the cardiology fellowship, where all cardiac disease are mostly because of what we eat, my nutrition education, again, was less than 10 hours. So before I became certified into lifestyle medicine just 4 years ago, my total nutrition education over 37 years was less than 30 hours.
I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, what do you think about that now?
I think a lot of medical schools are changing now. I wish I was better equipped because I'm realizing that a lot of the chronic disease are because of our lifestyle. And physicians are not trained, are not equipped to talk about lifestyle. Plus, the payment system in America is such that talking about lifestyle medicine or talking about lifestyle doesn't get reimbursed properly. So a lot of doctors don't have incentive to talk about lifestyle. They are not trained. They don't have incentive. They themselves don't follow it. They actually don't have enough knowledge. So most doctors just end up prescribing medicine because that's just a quick, easy approach to fix the problem temporarily. But I think if you want to really reverse the disease, and if you really want to halt the process, and if you really want to make person live long and live healthy, only way that can happen is because of lifestyle medicine.
So what types of things would doctors get paid for?
So doctors would get paid for prescribing a medicine. Doctors would get paid for doing a procedure. Doctors would get paid for sending somebody to a surgery. And those are the only things doctors will get paid for. I think many times the doctors are not reimbursed based on the time they spend, but based on the severity of the illness. So for example, if I spend with somebody half an hour talking about their sleep, I may not get paid for it because sleep is not considered a reimbursable service. On the other hand, if I prescribe Lipitor, which is a cholesterol lowering medicine, and even if I give a patient just 3 minutes, I will get paid a large amount because I took care of high cholesterol. So the reimbursement in America is really, really messed up in my opinion.
So how did you break out of all of this? How did you come to learn about a whole food plant-based diet?
So that's a long story, but 4 years back, my hemoglobin A1C, which is the measure of diabetes over 90 days, came back high. And I did not want to become diabetic. I was pre-diabetic. So I really changed my lifestyle pretty much overnight. And then I came across this wonderful field of lifestyle medicine. So I got board certified into lifestyle medicine 4 years ago. Matter of fact, I studied so hard that I scored second highest out of 600 in the whole exam. So I was very proud, very actually felt comfortable talking about lifestyle medicine. And since that day, every patient I see in my practice, we talk about 6 pillars of healthy lifestyle.
Right. And I do want to get into that. But first, I want to talk about this A1C that you had that was what I think was 5.9, right?
5.9.
So what made you say, I'm going to use plants, I'm not going to use pills? How did you get to that point?
I realized that my A1C was because of obesity I was suffering from. My A1C was because of the amount of fat I was eating in my diet, particularly saturated fat. And we know now, based on scientific evidence, that it's the obesity and it's the amount of saturated fat we eat in our diet leads to type 2 diabetes. So I needed to reverse that. And I did not want to go on pills. I definitely did not want to go on insulin like many of my uncles were on. So overnight, I became whole food plant-based. I lost about 65 or 70 pounds, and I maintained that over the last 4.5, 5 years. My A1C now runs 5.1, 5.2, which is as good as our son, who is only 31 years old and very lean and runs every day. So now my A1C is in very healthy range. But the power of plants, the power of whole food, plant-based, no oil diet has led to this major success.
So how long did it take to get the results that you're talking about here, to get that weight off and to get the A1C down to where you're no longer type 2?
It took me 6 months to reverse the course of diabetes. It took me 6 months to lose about 35, 40 pounds. I continued to lose more weight, but in 6 months, my A1C was in very healthy range.
I guess this is something when you had your own patients coming to you, this is what you probably wanted to tell them, hey, this is the best way to do it. And how did they respond?
Many patients, when they came to see me after 6 or 12 months, they almost asked me, what happened to Dr. Shah? Did he die or what? Because I was so unhealthy and I looked so young and so healthy, they almost could not recognize me. So I think they already saw the difference. So the difference they saw was the biggest motivator for them to follow the same path. And fortunately, a lot of my patients, because I have a great rapport with my patients. I almost make them feel like they are my friends or the family. So many of my patients started following the whole food plant-based no oil program. Many of the patients, matter of fact, I started texting them. I also become very active on giving talks to the patients, to the communities, and also on a Facebook Live. And many of the videos are on YouTube now. So patients actually, after I see them in the office, they have a chance to watch my videos on YouTube and keep repeating the wonderful information again and again. And again, I think reinforcing it, I told my patients that they have to watch my weight loss videos and my diabetes videos at least 15 minutes every day. That's like part of their homework. And patients who started doing that homework, watching the videos 15 minutes a day, had wonderful results.
So you've seen your own patients reverse type 2 in 6 or so months, right?
Yes, for sure. Many patients.
Getting back to your story, you had lost a lot of weight. How many pant sizes did you end up losing?
My waist was 41, and now I wear 28.
Wow, 28.
Yeah,
That's a big, big difference. I hope you,
big difference.
I don't know. I mean, that is just amazing. And I hope that you had some clothes that you could fit into.
All my clothes, all my old clothes, my wife threw it away because she said, I never want you to go back to that. So we don't want to even keep it in the house. So I think all my old clothes are gone.
I bet you've probably seen some really good transformation stories from your own patients, right?
Definitely. I think patients are excited. They actually feel like they got a new lease on their life. They feel so good. They look so good. They get so many compliments. You know, it saves a lot of the marriages. Their erectile dysfunction improves, the walking improves, the sleep improves. They feel like a new avatar of themselves.
Want to make sure that people know where they can find you if they want to go look at your videos and they want to learn more about the 6 pillars and what you have to offer. Where can we find you?
So they can go to my YouTube channel, Healthy Living with Dr. Aajay Shah, or they can go to my Facebook page and they can like the page so they will get all the new information. Healthy Living with Dr. Aajay Shah. I have about 200 videos on my YouTube channel. There are weight loss videos, there are 6 pillars videos, there are depression videos, there are a lot of interviews, a lot of big people, including Brenda Davis, Joel Kahn, a lot of the big people, a lot of interviews. So they can just go to my YouTube channel and start watching 1 to 2 videos a week, and they will be on their way to living healthy.
I want to thank you for coming on. You know, you are an inspiration. You are a doctor who changed his own life. You're a great example. You are a hero. Really, we need a lot more doctors like you out there. And I really have had a great time talking with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.